Hey guys, how you going? Hey guys, you worried about 5G radiation or EMFs? Well, I'd like to introduce you to the sponsor of this video. It's a business who supports the truth. It's EMF harmonized and they sell EMF protection technology. It's like Tesla technology. The technology filters out the harmful RF radio frequency waves and has been scientifically proven to do so. As we use our computers, phones and tablets, the EMFs damage our DNA. In other words, consider getting some EMF protection from the link below, as you'll protect yourself, you'll help the growth of my channel, and you'll help fellow truth supporting businesses. And just so you can see the products for yourself, this is the products. And it gives you, even the website will give you a lot of information. So if you'd like to check it out, the link will be down below. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate your support. Hey guys, before I start, I would like to thank Jason and Ken. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you to all my PayPals and my Patreons and everybody who's just watching. And guys, I realise that they're stopping you from hitting the like button. Don't worry, I don't go off likes. I don't even look at how many likes my video has had. Oh, I do keep an eye on the numbers of views, but I don't really check on the likes, so don't worry. And if you want to, you can just put a little thumbs up in the comments for me, if you want to do it that way. But thank you so much for letting me know, because there was a few of you letting me know it got to a certain point and no one could like it anymore. Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed what's happening and trending. It seems to have turned. Okay, so this from Sunlion Patriot. She says, wait, what? And from We the People, Dominion Voting Systems hired Act Blue. Talk about a conflict of interest. This is massive. That's really strange, because the other day on Facebook, I put a post up saying, is Antifa, you know them, are they the ones counting the votes? Because that, I don't know why, I just thought that, and it was supposed to be a bit of a joke, but it's looking like it actually might be. Okay, not only Act Blue, the direct ownership by Staples Street Capital MGMT also connects Dominion to GS affiliates. The Georgia primaries a few months back revealed issues with their voting systems, but the folks in charge there didn't rectify the issues prior to the presidential elections. Hence calls for a Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, to step down. Additional notes and source on the probable test run that GA officials executed during the primaries to test out their new Dominion voting machines. And it goes on into the, it's also got, looks like links in there. I'll put this link in the pinned comment below. Just checking it over. Okay, yeah, okay. And you can see by here that they're all the voting system and Act Blue, except for one DNC Services Corp, Democratic National Committee, of course. Okay, so then we've got Praying Medic. We're breaking the matrix, pedal to the metal, make them hit the kill switch. CNN, false and misleading claims continue to circulate virally on social media and show how, for online platforms, the problem of misinformation is as serious as ever. And that was from CNN, of course. Lady Quinook, I'm going to say it that way because it, yeah. Will Fox News let it air? Donald DT says, ballot corruption will be exposed tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sean Hannity and on Fox News. So let's see, I don't know when that is. That was an hour ago. It's now midday here on the 11th of the 11th, lest we forget. Okay, this one from Jake Tapper. White House is firing top Pentagon officials. From Jennifer Griffin. US defense official confirms Chief of Staff Jen Stewart replaced by Kash Patel. He's a good guy. A former Devon Nunez staffer who worked to discredit the Russia investigation. Also out, Vice Admiral Joseph Kernan, a retired Navy SEAL who was Under Secretary for Defensive Intelligence. And that's all. And this one from 8% Revolt. Did Jen Flynn just become Shadow Secretary of Defence? There's a bunch of articles here. There are a few relevant articles or source on it. Okay, so from these articles, what we can infer about Ezra Cohen Watnick. He worked for the DIA for at least 7 years. During that time, he went to the farm, got embedded with the CIA, and was stationed in Afghanistan with CIA personnel who didn't like him because they believed he was sent there by Flynn to spy on clown ops in Afghanistan. It is believed that ECW met General Flynn's son while at the farm. During the POTUS transition early admin days, Flynn brought Ezra along to work in the National Security Council, and despite being only 31 years old, he filled the role of Senior Director for Intelligence Programs. Basically, he was in charge of liaising between the entire intelligence community and the White House. Watnick played a critical role in uncovering Spygate and informing Nunez about Obama's Trump Tower wiretapping and Susan Rice's request for unmasking Trump campaign personnel, thus setting off critically important House Intelligence Committee investigations into Obama admin, FBI. Is that meant to be DOJ? Because it says ODJ wrongdoing. Let me know if you know down below, guys. After Flynn got fired, the new National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, who we know is compromised because of his dad, got executed in a nursing home by black hats after DT fired him, cleaned house of Flynn loyalists. Amidst McMaster's house cleaning, he tried to fire Watnick. Trump wouldn't let him fire Watnick, and it was quite a public ordeal. While working as Senior Director for Intelligence Programs at the White House, Watnick was focused on implementing an insider threat program. The media reports focus on this being an effort to expose stop leaks from the White House, but this could easily have been a much broader effort to identify and neutralize domestic threats from within various government agencies and corporations. Seventh floor is no more. Clowns, Google, etc. Upon leaving the White House in August 2017, Watnick went on to work for Cisco. Yes, the Cisco that basically controls the physical architecture backbone of the internet. Seems to me that Watnick could have easily been working at Cisco while on assignment, setting up internet fail-safes, locating and identifying the 7 dwarfs computers, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, and working closely with NSA, DIA, White Hats to uncover more evidence and neutralize cyber threats. When I read the 7 dwarfs, that just made me think of Snow White. So 7 dwarfs are supercomputers? Okay. Next, Cohen Watnick, armed with an avalanche of evidence against worldwide bad actors, having identified neutered insider threats and having set up internet fail-safes, went to work directly with Sessions, then Matthew Whitaker at the DOJ. His role was advising on counterintelligence and counterterrorism. In May of 2020, Ezra is moved to the Pentagon. He's given a very high-level position as Assistant Secretary of Defense for counter-narcotics and global threats. While filling this position, he also fills the role as number 2 in special operations and low-intensity threats. At this time, who was number 1 Assistant Secretary of Defense for SOLIC? The newly appointed Acting Secretary of Defense, Christopher Miller. That's right. Ezra, Flynn's protege, was the new Sec Defense right-hand man in Solic. In August of 2020, today's Sec Defense, Chris Miller, transferred to another section of the Pentagon, and he, like Ezra, so much that Ezra took his role as #1 Assistant Secretary of Defense for Special Operations. When Ezra moves out of his official position in counter-narcotics and global threats, who moves in to take his place? Flynn's son, and Ezra's buddy from the farm. To summarise, Ezra befriended General Flynn's son, Matthew, early in their military careers. Ezra impressed General Flynn enough that General Flynn brought him to the White House, placing him in an extraordinarily important position. When Flynn got fired, House got cleared of Flynn loyalists, but POTUS wouldn't let Ezra get fired. POTUS continued to use Ezra as Flynn's surrogate for years, moving him around whenever he needed to investigate and counter threats. POTUS moves him into the Pentagon, makes him an Assistant Secretary of Defense, and puts him working hand in hand with the man who is now the Secretary of Defense. POTUS puts Flynn's son, Ezra's old buddy, working right beneath him. After spending 4 years using Flynn's surrogate to investigate and counter the cabal, POTUS finally puts him at the top of the food chain in the most powerful military force the world has ever known, with Flynn's son thrown in for good measure. The cabal might not realise it yet, but Flynn is about to drop his you-know-what on the table and shatter their world. Revenge is sweet. Sorry, I couldn't read that word. It is, like, it's not that rude, but look, if there's kids watching, I don't want to say that. Or listening, sorry, or mums are listening while their children are playing, or... Okay. From Ryan Fournier, Nancy Pelosi reportedly doesn't have the votes to remain as Speaker. Bye-bye, Nancy. And this one from Jim Hoft. We have a big report coming in about an hour. More glitches, which glitches actually mean something else. Sorry, guys, my cat is right in front of the speaker and on my keyboard. Okay. Florida Dude 297. With 95% of the precincts reporting, New York 11 Congressional District, Republican challenger Nicole Malliotakis defeats Democrat incumbent Max Rose by 16 points. I'm seeing this happen all over. It's starting to turn. From Major Patriot, Eventbrite didn't just shut down the event page for the Million Mega March event this Saturday. They emailed those that RSVP'd for the event and told them it was cancelled. Big tech is real. And this one from Dano. Lovely. Okay. You know who this is? Friends, we've spent a long time waiting for a storm. For 4 years we've heard the approaching thunder and saw flashes across the night sky. But it was always further away than we anticipated. This time there's a deadline. Inauguration dates are not subjective predictions that could be wrong. The world is about to be rocked when it discovers patriots never had any intention of handing our country over to traitors and foreign enemies. With the fake news panic starting to set in as they realise this is happening for real, and with there being zero doubt in the victory patriots always knew was coming, now really is the time to buckle your seatbelt and get ready to see the Liberal meltdown of the century. TikTok. What's the bet they're going to do it on the 11th? Because as I'm making this, it's still the 10th in the USA. But maybe by the time it's uploaded, it might be the 11th. But get ready, guys, because I think that's the day things are going to start. And I'll show you in a minute. I can't play the whole clip. In fact, I don't think I can play the clip at all. Oh, I'll have a go. I just won't monetize. I'm not going to monetize my videos anyway, because I'm getting like nothing to $10 from YouTube for monetizing a video. So I don't know how it's working out, but it's bloody ridiculous. Anyway, cosmic clearance. When people start getting attacked like this on live TV, they need to say this. If you really think JB won and I'm a conspiracy theorist, then let's do this right now on live television. I bet you $1 million Trump becomes president. Then watch them squirm. Now watch this, guys. I'm going to pause it. I think I'm just going to play it. I'm just not going to... yeah, I will get a copyright claim. So hang on a sec, guys.
Said Joe Biden, you've just told me Joe Biden is not the winner. So you are arguing it. Don't say you're not arguing it. You are.
He is, darling, I told you that he is not the president-elect of the United States, which he is not. He has not been certified by each state secretary of state, and electoral college has not met yet. So if you want to be a proper Brit and be technical, those are the technicalities. You know, everyone...
Okay, he is recognized as the president-elect by Republican President, former Republican President, and by former Republican President George W. Bush, by admittedly Democratic President Bill Clinton, by 4 U.S. Republican senators, and by Democratic senators. Look, it's not a question. I know technically he hasn't been sworn in yet and the Electoral College hasn't met. We all know that. But we also know that any previous candidate other than Donald Trump would have admitted that he'd lost and conceded by now.
So I guess what you're telling the viewers is that the mainstream media and big tech like Google, Facebook, and Twitter control the narrative and tell us what to think. I tell everyone at home, please watch the show Black Mirror, because you're watching it right now. The media is gaslighting you. Think for yourselves and just let the democratic process play out. No one is saying that Joe Biden isn't going to ultimately...
And what you're doing is encouraging people to indulge in baseless conspiracy theories. And I put it to you again, as someone, an attorney at law, I find that an extremely regrettable thing for you to be doing.
Well, I hope you are never charged with a crime, because if so, you would be convicted and guilty, because no due process is entitled to anyone. Now, is it?
Do you listen to yourself ever and think, does anyone really believe what I'm saying?
So now we're going to insult me for my opinion.
No, I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you. You're making a case.
I am extremely
you've made a series of statements which have not had backing.
And I spent 3 years in law school, and I passed the bar exam, and I did so meritoriously and in good faith, and I'm in good standing. So I think you should have some deference and respect for a lady.
Right, and I...
Whoa. Did you hear that? Okay, so what she just said was, go and watch the show Black Mirror, which is exactly what we're heading for if we don't wake up. But most of us are awake now. Yeah, because that is exactly how things look. And also, she just said on live TV that the media and big tech are gaslighting everybody. Good on you. That was one of the best things I've seen. And the guy, he was just panicking. You could tell. And that was obviously over in England somewhere. Okay, from Julian's Rum, China hasn't congratulated Biden either because they know something. And neither has Russia. From Dr. Russell McGregor, Cunningham concedes in North Carolina. Great, the reps can now concentrate on others. So it's starting to flip. And I think that's what I mean. By the 11th of the 11th in the USA, we're going to see something. We're going to see, I don't know what it is, but we're going to see something. From the Trump War Room are revealed female anti-Trump protester 24 who spat in the cop's face in NYC was an intern for high-ranking Democrat Congressman Jerry Nadler. Look at the insane eyes on the thing. Oh my goodness. MK. By this guy probably. Or just insane, one of the two. From Major Patriot. Breaking. This was 6 hours ago. DT wins the state of North Carolina. And then from James Woods, a closer look at these voting systems. And there's an article here from the Epoch Times. I'm not sure how much... how big is the article? Or how long is it? Okay, a closer look at this voting machine thingy. Nope, Can't read it. Oh, hang on. No. Okay. Anyway, I'll put this link down below, and if you want to sign up and have a look, you can. I think it's just sign up. I don't think they want you to pay. I'm not sure though, so don't quote me on that. From the Real Dark Judge, we have DT has body doubles for national security reasons. Presidents past and present have all had body doubles for national security reasons to avoid assassinations. They would after JFK. Presidents are not the only ones with body doubles. So there you go. I think a lot of what we're seeing, because people were mentioning on my video the other day with J-Lo and Gaga that that's not them, they look too young. Well, J-Lo's like my age, and she looks, in that video, well, she looked like she was like 20 or something. Must be the adreno. Must do wonders for them. I don't care what it does for you, I would never touch it. I'm not that vain. Oh, look, I'm a little bit vain. I wear makeup, but I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't go trying to make myself look younger. I'd rather be healthy, just healthy and my own age. I don't care. Okay, this from Constitution 1789. Mark Zuckerberg has paid election judges, election poll workers and funding voting equipment to the tune of $100 million. Zuckerberg, I like the name he's given him, has paid $350 million to an organisation called CEIR, Centre for Election Innovation and Research. But it's to help steal the election, obviously. Okay, research. I did. Do your job as a citizen. Research all that you stand behind, and those that don't fit into your narrative, then weed it out. Yeah, I haven't done research for a while, guys, mainly because I'm trying to keep up with the news and what's going on. So, I'm kind of waiting until... I don't think the news is ever going to settle down again, but I'm going to have to put more effort in and maybe either do longer videos or... Oh, here we go. Now look at the trending. This one and this one. Yeah, trending in Australia, of course. My goodness. Some Australians are really fast asleep, guys. And I'm sure they're like that in every country. Some people are really, really, really fast asleep. Then there's people who just know something's going on. Then there's the people who know something's going on and government's not right. And then you keep going up the line. It's just, yeah, everyone's at different stages. So, but we'll get there, guys. Once it all starts to come out, I think even us people who have been... or call ourselves awake or have been awake for a long time, I think even we'll be surprised at things that are going to come out. And this from Donald J. Ned Kelly. Did Australian politicians use taxpayer money to secure access to the the H&S, whoops, via the Clinton Crime Foundation, pay to play? From New Zealand and on, obviously. When does a bird sing? The H&S used in New Zealand election? 5.5 million to the Clinton Foundation from New Zealand under Cinders. Did that buy access to the software? It wouldn't surprise me, both Australia and New Zealand. We will find out. Twitter is actively hiding notifications for tweets and relikes. They're doing it to me too. They're doing it also on YouTube. They're not notifying me of comments. And hearts are disappearing. And probably views are disappearing too. I know that I'm stuck at 36.1 subscribers. And I've been stuck there for a long time. They're not moving me. They're not letting me move. But I'm pretty sure the other day it was like... 36,400 and something. Now it's 36,100. They just keep knocking them off. That's okay. I don't mind. Just come back, guys. Just search for me and come back. I'll be here or I'll be under something heavy. Okay, guys. So that's as much as I can give you at the minute. I've got the rest of the afternoon now to try and find more news coming in. It does seem that this is the best place to get it right now because it's quicker than anything. It's quicker. It's the quickest thing. Everyone just puts it there. So I'm kind of going to just keep following this as far as I will get back into the deeper digs though, because I enjoy them. But I think it's going to have to just wait a little while. So if you can bear with me and be patient with me, I will dig into... there's a lot of things people have asked me to dig into. And right now I'm just trying to keep up with the news. So if you can bear with me, I really appreciate that, guys. Appreciate all of you for listening. And don't forget, if you can't just chuck a little thumbs up in a comment or something. Okay, guys, have a good one and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.